Be anywhere.
Yeah, that's a good attitude. I like that. So, as we heard in the intro, Dress for Success has really evolved, and a lot has changed since you took over. It's had a long history, a long successful run in Portland, but it's really become a different organization. It seems like a natural evolution to kind of go from helping people get the right attire to actually helping them secure jobs. So, can you talk a little bit about the change and how it's come about?
Well, first, I guess I want to say that it hasn't necessarily changed so much as it has expanded and it has marketed who we are. Marketing is not something people think about when they think about nonprofits. We frequently don't get to tell our stories properly about who we are. So a lot of my time has been spent shifting the narrative about who we are, right? We are more than just a bunch of nice ladies who give people clothes. We are an organization that focuses laser-like on those issues that impact women as they seek employment, once they are employed, and then how do they advance in their career. So part of what I did was have to reset the value proposition, which is again not something people think about when they talk about nonprofits. But if you set X number value on who we are, that's only what you're willing to invest. But by changing that value proposition to understand that we are an integral part to the economic sector here, then that changes how much you are willing to invest in us. So we've spent 4 years as an organization changing that value proposition.
So a lot of it is about what is the return? I mean, if you're talking in business lexicon, it's, what is the return on your investment in Dress for Success?
Exactly, and to speak to that issue, I think part of the problem is how we think about nonprofits. And what I do at Dress and as an adjunct at the University of Portland, where I teach nonprofit management, social venture enterprise, is to try to talk to people about looking at the nonprofit as a social enterprise, right? There's private enterprise, public enterprise, and there is social enterprise. Thank you. And, we need to have a valuable and important and recognized seat at the table. I think many people who work in the nonprofit industry have had a situation where someone has said to you and someone has said to me, my daughter used to work in nonprofits until she got a real job, So what people don't understand is this is a real job. And it requires entrepreneurial skills, it requires innovation, a conversation earlier about failure. Nonprofits need that space to be innovative, and that also means failure. And that is not being a bad steward of public money. What it is trying to come up with innovative solutions that impact us all.
And we're all looking for those around the issues that are at the heart of what you do, which is getting people into jobs that pay a living wage, that create secure homes, financial stability. Talk about, we have an audience of, successful business people here. Can you talk about how the business community can work with Dress for Success and what some of those obstacles are that your clients face?
Well, I think one of the things we try to do at Dress is to refocus the discussion about what it means as people become employed to be a successful employee, right? And from the business community side, I think one thing, and I've talked about this in an event we do here, is reimagining your benefits. Why nothing is value neutral, right? People may know the story about why office buildings are set at a certain temperature. It's because it was set in the 70s when men came to work with suit coats, right? So it's not even the weather in this room is value neutral, right? So that means that when you look at things like your benefits, does everybody take advantage of the 401k match? Is that fair? Some people need help with their car to get to work, right? So businesses can expand how they look at benefits, and it's more than just daycare. Perhaps a menu of items that can help employees stay employed. Because what we want to do is keep people moving economically, because that ultimately helps us all. If we do our job well, then you have people who can buy your Nike shoes or buy your Intel-powered computer, etc. And so that is our job, is to help move those folks forward.
And what can people do who are into this, who believe in this mission and would get on board with it?
Well, I think one thing you can do is invest in Dress. You got money out here. So, about funding the nonprofit sector as opposed to grant making and giving and love rest. This is an investment. This is a real investment. And this investment has actual return. It has a return for the people who we help, for their families, and for this community. So rethinking the nonprofit sector as a viable sector that needs investment and, dare I say it, venture capital. We need capital to make changes, to do innovative programs. That is what we need, and we need to be seen as that full partner.
Great. I want to sit in on your class. This is awesome. Thanks, Shari, so much.
All right. Our next executive may not have invented the idea of putting fine wine in cans, but with his vision and adept leadership, he has